Hello everyone and welcome to Developmental Psychology. I'm Dr. Rivera. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick tour of our Canvas course so that you know where everything is located and how the course is organized. I'm going to begin here in the course homepage. When you enter the course, the first thing you're going to see is our banner. Now I'm going to scroll down a little bit so that you can see our course schedule. You'll notice that I've designed the schedule to have these little sections, and then they're separated by weeks. We're going to begin rather slowly, and it's going to take us about 3 weeks to get through the first 2 chapters. But after that, the rest of the course will go quite quickly. Every week, you will go over 2 separate chapters, and after every 4 chapters, you will have a test. Each of the tests are specifically on the 4 chapters we went over in that section. If you click on any of the links in the course schedule, it'll automatically take you to the module for that section. So I'm going to click here for chapters 1 and 2. And you'll notice that it will show you the assignments that are due for that week. That includes the ink blot, the Spark Notes review, whatever we do in class, which is going to be the exit ticket here, and then the SmartBook quiz at the end, which you will do using McGraw-Hill Connect. If you don't love the way the schedule looks and you like the module system better, great. You can always just go to modules and it will take you here and you can follow that. The modules have all of the assignments in the order that they are due. And so you should feel free to use this as well. I am going to go to the home page now. From the home page, I'm going to scroll down again, now past the schedule, and I'm going to go down to what I usually call the buttons, okay, or the icons. The icons, you should think of it as the directions or places to go to find information. When you're doing, for example, the ink blot, or the Spark Notes, and you're not sure what to do, just click on these and it'll take you to the correct directions. For example, here in the ink blot, it tells you what to do and what to expect. And then it also shows you the chapters that have been assigned to you for the ink blots. So for example, if your ink blot is baby blue, well, you have to do chapter 1. And you'll notice at chapter 1, there's 2 sections you're responsible for, and it tells you the title of the section and where they begin. But you don't have to do chapter 2 because there's no chapter 2 there. The next one that you're responsible for is chapter 5. If you have navy blue, you also have chapter 1, but you'll notice that they're different sections. If you're green, you don't have chapter 1. You have chapter 2, and here are the sections that you are responsible for. I've done my best to break down the sections so that everyone has the same amount of assignments, and so that everyone has about the same amount of pages to read in total. Some sections of the chapter are much longer than others, and so I tried to not do it by section and be a little bit more fair and do it by the amount of pages. But in any case, you can look here. I'm going to go home again, and now I'm going to go look at the Spark Notes. And once again, if I click on the Spark Notes, it's going to take me to that direction. Now the Spark Notes, you're responsible for each chapter. And you're just going to look over the ink blots that were done for, let's say, chapter 1. If we're going to look through the ink blots that were created by your classmates who did have chapter 1, you're going to read through them, and then you're going to do your Spark Notes based on what they wrote. Some people don't take great notes, and some people's notes might be a little bit messy. Some people's handwriting might be difficult to look at. And so you're going to look through the notes and maybe have to go back to the book a little bit to figure out what it is you want to put into your Spark Notes, but it should help you sort of review so that you are prepared for class and then eventually the test. I'm going to go back home here. The connect icon here is going to just tell you like what is connect, and it's going to show you the first two assignments. And I just put this here so that you can use it to log in for the first time. Next icon is the infographic. And once again, this is just directions. You won't do this for a while because you'll only do the infographics on the weeks you have a test. What you're going to do is create some study material, and there's some directions on how to do it, how to turn it in, what it should look like, and you can look at it when it's time to do that. You're going to make 4 of these infographic packets. At the end of the semester, we're going to take those 4 infographic packets to do your portfolio. And that's the last icon in the first row. Portfolio will have you take all of your packets, put them together, and then it's going to ask you some questions that you're going to answer. And you'll be prepared for your last assignment, which will be a presentation that you will do in class. And you'll do it in one of the last 3 weeks of class. In the last row, you'll notice that there is a test icon, which you can click on to go directly to the tests. There are the navigation videos, which you can use to see more detailed directions or videos that I post. The extra credit, which will take you, again, I think to the modules. It'll list the assignments there. Icon for the lecture notes are just the PowerPoints I use, and the tickets so that you can download them and complete them. The last icon are the Zoom meetings, and we don't have any scheduled Zoom meetings, but if you want to meet up with me and you can't come to my office hours, you can always try to set up a Zoom meeting. I always do suggest that you send me a text message reminder that you have scheduled a meeting, so that way I just have an extra way to get reminded and put it in my calendar. Everyone, this has been Canvas navigation video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great one, everyone.